I was telling you earlier, my wife come to see me. This is a song she's part of. I come from Portland, Oregon. I think I've told you that a million times probably, but that's where I come from. It's pretty rainy out there. If you've never been out there, very green, very rainy. A lot of, you can drive like a half hour from Portland. You can ski in the snow, or you can drive a half hour and from Portland, or no, an hour, I should say, be on the beach. And I'm always bragging about where I'm from to my wife. She's from New York City. She grew up in Manhattan. Anyway, I went one time about 3 years ago. We saved up some money for our vacation, and me and my wife decided to go to see my mom, who lives just below Coos Bay, Oregon, on the coast in this town called Port Orford, Oregon. And if you want to go to Port Orford, Oregon by car, you got to drive through a town called Tillamook, and you got to go through a place called Tillamook County. So me and my wife, we rented a car and we started driving down to see my mom on vacation. And on one of the days of my vacation, I had a lot of time to think about things. And I came up with, this is my vacation song. I'm sitting there waiting in the Tillamook County jail, hoping that she's not so bad now that she doesn't even pay my bail. If I was her, I'm not so sure I wouldn't keep on moving down the trail. I'm sitting here waiting in the Tillamook County jail. Got a lump on my head and a boot print on my chest from what these guys in here call the Tillamook County lie detector test. Well, I did my best, but as you might have guessed, it is a tough test not to fail. I'm sitting here waiting in the Tillamook County jail. One phone call, 2 Tylenol, 4 cold gray walls closing in. If I ever do get out on that highway again, I ain't ever going back to Tillamook County. It all started when I had a little trouble with this guy on the highway crew. And that lying son of a gun, he told him I done some things that I didn't do. They came running for me down 101, lights flashing on my trail. Sitting here waiting in the Tillamook County jail. One phone call, 2 Tylenol, 4 cold gray walls closing in. If I ever do get out on that highway again, I ain't ever going back to Tillamook County. Never going back to Tillamook County. Sitting there waiting in the Tillamook County jail, still hoping that she's not so mad now that she doesn't even pay my bail. If I was her, I'm not so sure I wouldn't keep on moving down the trail. Sitting here waiting in the Tillamook County jail. But come down on vacation, gonna leave on probation, have to send all my money through the mail. Send all my money to Tillamook. I'll probably have to send at least half of tonight's money to Tillamook County jail. That's a true story. Unfortunately, almost everything I'm telling you tonight is true. I went down to Tillamook County with my wife on vacation, and it turned into a big fiasco. And then it turned into this deal where I had to do 20 hours of community service. Then I fucked it up, and they said they wanted 40 hours of community service, which is twice the community service. It was a miscommunication. They said they wanted me to teach kids about drugs. I should have been more specific. I was showing him how to make a bong out of an apple.